had you in that red zone, and then on my cue, Coach O draw up the play and we gon' slide through. Slime you, get you stepped over like Ty Lue. It don't matter if you 6'9" or you 5'2". Throwing them pads, put on the cleats, foot in the dirt, slip on the gloves, yelling out straps, ain't nothing sweet. You can get hurt out in the field, ride for the team, grass of the streets, even on turf, snapping on 3, throwing them dots, see the technique, putting in work. Hail Mary, feeling something like I'm pop. If it ain't us, then you nothing but a op. Tri-County, man, we coming for your slot. High bounty, put 100 on your top. We seen crime, seen drugs, seen murder, seen guns, seen death, seen jail, seen further. This game done saved some lives. We certain, we grind, we hustle, we moving, we working.
Yo, what up, baby?
Yo.
What up? We working the podcast, man. What's up, fellas?
What's the deal? What's going on, man?
Yeah, listen, man, we got a special guest today and shit. You know what I mean? Coach Nia Maitre, lineman coach, friend, you know what I mean, from the city and shit.
My dog.
I mean, we got a connection, you know, through some people we know.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, one of those people is no longer with us, and Big Frank, you know what I mean, rest in peace. Big Frank Jambroni. So I just we gotta get this shit done, dog.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah, boy.
Let's go.
We're gonna talk about some VA business we took care of. And then we're gonna get to Coach Nye.
I want my money.
Yo, we want our motherfucking money.
I need my money.
Yo, so I had a question in mind to lead us into 7-on-7.
Yeah.
And it's for Coach Nye. What are your thoughts about 7-on-7 being the fact that you're a lineman coach? You're a trenches guy.
7-on-7 to me is a great opportunity for the skilled positions to get work. You know, how it's ran with timing, you know, computer with the receivers, passing the ball, running the routes, DBs, learning different defenses.
Right,
you know,
right.
You can see, you know, certain coaches can see which, you know, player better in man, zone. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity to teach the game. As a guy with the trenches, I was just, you know, I want the big man camp to run with 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need the big guys to get the work.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? That same work that the 7-on-7 that they put in, the trenches need to work, especially in the upper East Coast region. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, New Jersey didn't pass, you know, the rules where we can have spring ball. Other states have.
Right.
They're getting an advantage on us.
Okay.
You know, so if more big guys come out during these 7-on-7 tournaments, they could get to work just as well as the skill positions.
Right.
That's my take on it.
Yeah, I agree with that. You
Yeah.
know, I think we got to start getting these big guys. You know, 7-on-7 kids is working all through the summer. And if some kids, you know, not finding a personal trainer, getting some personal work, a lot of linemen, you know, wasting a lot of time throughout the off season.
And then wait until fall. Just
Yeah,
to get some
you know,
work.
where they can be working on their craft, you know, as well. So, you know, I think that's something we can collab on, you know, moving forward for sure.
I know before COVID, tournaments used to do it a lot. It just slowed down a lot.
Well, we did one when we went to that corny ass PA one. Remember in the mud? Remember the mud bowl we went to?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
remember it
yeah,
was the
yeah.
mud. Oh yeah.
And then it was in the backfield getting work.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
So
Philly Finest.
Yep. Yeah, Philly Finest. Yeah, you're right. So before we dive into the trenches, man, we got to talk about this Cam Newton tournament, man. I heard a lot of opinions this morning, a lot of frustration, a lot of funny shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? So you know, for the people who wasn't paying attention, man, you know, elaborate on that.
I'll let
Yeah.
you start it off.
Go ahead,
Man.
FA.
It's just a good weekend, man.
Yeah.
Our 14U went down there, went undefeated. Which y'all went 6-0 or 7-0?
Yeah, 6-0, I think.
6-0. The first day in 3 games, man, them kids put up 104 points.
Oh,
where 103
and only led up 3 touchdowns.
3
So we
touchdowns.
was
You know what I mean? The next closest
driving
team
them.
probably scored 60 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, we was on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 14U was definitely, we was lights out, man. Those kids couldn't wait to get on the field. So that first game, we put up like 46 points.
Yeah.
That might have been the most points I ever put up on the in the 7-on-7 game.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can tell they just couldn't wait to get on the field.
Yeah, it was rolling from day one. And we got put on the backfield. We ain't even get on the turf
Right.
day
Yeah,
one. You know what I mean?
They put us on the bum fields. They thought we were some bums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 you went undefeated first day, then they took a touchdown away from us somehow,
Yeah.
made us go 2-1, even though we really was 3-0.
3-0, yep.
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
there. That
It
was
was crazy,
that's
bro.
facts. That ain't no just we
No,
slime. We,
Yeah.
nah, we got cheated.
We started the tournament off to first 2 drives, interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Our kids was really excited for that. We had a good week of practice, 3 days of practice last week.
Yeah, that was major too, the practicing last week.
Yeah, shout out to DBU, man, Coach Reese.
Yeah, we came out there one day, got some work with us, man. But the kids was locked in from that. You
Yeah.
can tell they was ready. You know what I mean? We ain't traveled this year as much as we usually travel. So this time, end of the season, kids, we needed that confidence. So kids came in there rolling, man.
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to Harmony 10U.
Yeah,
Went down
definitely.
there and handle business.
Shout out to Harmony 10U. Got a couple nephews on that team.
Yep.
The C1N made a post that that's the best 10U team they ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they made a little video for them, and those kids was rolling, man. They have a really good team, man. They have a really good quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
When you got a good quarterback on 7-on-7, sky's the limit. If you got the athletes around it, but you ain't got quarterback in 7-on-7, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah. Shout out to my quarterback, man. Jair Thomas, man. Zeke, man. He
Zeke,
came through
bro.
for me this
Shout
weekend.
out my boy Zeke was out there lights out.
Yeah, boy,
man.
man. What a
Yeah,
double
man.
overtime game. Then threw a touchdown in a championship game in the last 30 seconds to win the game, man. It was crazy, man.
That double
Yeah.
overtime game was crazy. So y'all had like the most exciting games out there.
Yeah.
Because especially playing level 82, well-known team, nationally known team.
Yeah.
And we
Torrey
owed them
Smith.
one. We lost to them. We lost to them.
In
And
PA,
we
Coach
lost,
Johnson.
yeah, we
That's his
lost some in the
program.
PA swag. So I know that meant I know you wanted that.
Yeah,
game, bro.
man.
And I ain't gonna lie, we was down 8 with the last play of the game when we on the 10-yard line. I was
Yeah.
like,
Not
damn.
again.
Yeah, I was like, then we was down 8. I'm like, then we scored, and I still was like, I don't know we gonna get the 2-point conversion, but we was
Yeah.
that was 2 great plays,
Yo,
man.
a
back to
minute
back
and 30
plays.
seconds left, man. We had to roll down. But first of all, hold on. That started off as soon as the game started, they kicked 5 people out for no mouthpiece. 5 kids out the
Right now.
game. So we already started out 10-0 from the door.
Yeah.
Then we get to roll and bring it back. We down by 8 with a minute and 30 seconds left. You know what I mean? Last play. So we got to score and get the 2 points. So mind you, all this is in front of Cam anyway, because he's doing the 4-second clock.
Right. You got the clock.
Okay.
Our
Yeah.
kids is throwing dots, catching hell of a plays. We got to get the 2. We get the 2.
Yeah.
Go to double overtime. Second overtime, we get the 2-point conversion. You know what I mean? Big plays out there by our kids. We stop them and win. There's nothing. No love, no
Nothing.
good job to the kids.
Nothing.
All you heard, and I didn't even peep until I watched it live. You hear him say, "Back up, y'all got whoever got that slime bullshit on, back up."
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
he said, "Whoever got that slime bullshit on, back up." Because
Yeah,
our kids
Cam-
was like cheering us on, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
Cam was hating,
he
bro.
stopped the game, bro.
He was
Yeah.
hating, bro.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that was
Hey, well,
major,
you know
man.
they gonna hate on Jersey.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I see. He said, "What?"
It's all the. No, how many, I can't even count how many times I had to say where we was from.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So when they ask you where y'all from, you know you leaving your mark. You know
Yeah.
they where y'all from? Oh, where y'all? Jersey.
Jersey.
Mhm.
The South Jersey.
Yeah.
I stopped
That.
saying Jersey. I stopped saying Jersey too. I started saying we from South Jersey. We from
Mhm.
South Jersey.
Represent.
Yo, I
You know.
want that 14U defense, man. Them players, man.
Yeah, the 14 defense, man.
They were on another level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another level, man.
Yeah.
And we shout out to Hayes on this particular play. He caught a pick, right? So we went cover two straight possessions. and every time we stopped them, we scored.
Okay.
So they were pressing. Like I knew they had to score. So I told Hayes, I said, Hayes, disguise it. We're gonna go cover 3. Just don't bail. They're gonna throw that corner route. They're gonna try. They're gonna think we're in cover 2. Man, they threw that corner out. He picked it off. He just looked at me and was like, yo. He was like, yeah, we on. Like, it's nothing. It's
Yeah,
nothing.
them boys balled out,
Yeah.
man. It was
Jason
I
Davis
talked
was
to-
out there too.
Yeah, I talked to Shauna yesterday. I was talking to her about Aiden.
Mhm.
I said, this is the first time I coached him this week where when I'm coaching him, he don't got something to say back.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yep.
he was stopping his growth, you know what I'm saying? Because every time you go to coach him, he taking it as like you yelling at him or you
Right,
going
right.
at him, you coming at him. And
Discipline,
when
yeah.
you just trying to teach him, he couldn't understand that for the longest time. This past week at practice, every time I'm saying something to him, it was yes, sir, no, sir, yo.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it showed in his play. Like everything that we went over, everything we wanted him to do, he did it lights out. And it's
Yeah.
because he was finally shut up
Yeah.
and listened to the
Right,
coaching.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't have to yell at him one time. I always gotta yell at him.
Yeah.
I ain't have to yell at him
It
one
was a
time,
big
bro.
weekend, man. That's why I said it. Shout out to the fathers, man. Because somehow it was like a lot of dads, coaches, and just fathers there, just fathers and their sons. And it was like anytime a kid thought about crashing out, maybe another kid might have supported him, like, yo, we good, next play, next play.
Yeah, right.
So it was all like a brotherhood that everybody was coming together and they finally understood everything we've been coaching all year.
Mhm.
And it was like, yo, they put us on these backfields.
Yeah.
Let's get to the main field.
Yep.
Let's get
That's
there.
what
We're
we
going to
was
work.
saying, yeah.
You know what I
With a
mean?
chip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And
Definitely.
we won't give a special shout out to the JTF boys.
Yeah.
We had 3 players from Ben Lopman's program,
Okay.
another
Mhm.
7-on-7 program, flag program. They balled out.
Yeah, shout out to those players, man. Shout out to Chase, shout out to Cole, shout out to Frankie.
Yep.
They all definitely played their part in big part in us winning the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. First play touchdown. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody called that.
Yep.
Yeah, I
First
think
play.
Frankie's first play from a scrimmage, the first time on the field,
Yeah.
first play, touchdown. Too cold.
Too cold, right? We'll take that all day.
And Chase, we had the game saving. So in our championship game, I think we was up 15-0 to start the game.
Yes.
And we wind off our last 2 possessions when we had the ball. We threw 200. Our last 2 possessions, we threw 2 picks.
Which they count for 3 points for the
Yeah.
defense.
So we wind up, we up 5 with 30 seconds left on the game, and they got the ball on the
At the
10-yard
10.
line.
and we was
and-
coaching.
And
like-
the kid caught the ball in the end zone, and Chase knocked the ball out of his hand in the last
Punch
second,
it.
man, for the win.
Mm.
So, man,
That's
shout out to
insane.
those JTF boys, man. They
Yeah.
definitely played
balled
their
out,
part.
balled out. Hell
that's
yeah.
Frankie made
Situational
some
football.
Frankie made some big time throws.
In front of Cam Newton.
Yeah, and he ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
He ain't say nothing.
Killing it, bro.
And shout out to
Killing it,
Cam.
bro.
Shout out to Cam Mayo. Cam Mayo made some big time throws, man, all weekend long. Shout out to all those boys, man. A lot of them
Yeah.
ball. Everybody balled out. Like I don't want to leave anybody
Right,
out.
right.
Even my 12 you boys, man.
Shout out to my youngest, my youngest player on the team, CJ, man, starting out outside linebacker.
Yeah, CJ balling, man.
he had a couple picks. He was lights out, man. Like, and CJ been lights out for the last couple tournaments.
Right.
And
Yeah.
one thing I say about this 14U team, we've been in the championship every tournament.
Yeah.
We just won the last 2. We started off the season 0-2 in the championship.
Yeah.
And for us, that's they used to winning. So
Yeah, we ain't like that.
for us, that
We ain't
was
like that. Yeah.
and for them, they had a chip. They was like, nah, we can't keep going out like this. We lost 2
Mhm.
championships back to back. So we've been in 4 tournaments, been in 4 championships. You know what I mean? So
I want to give a shout out to Zay. Zay been like locked in mentally, like leader wise.
mhm.
Yeah.
Like he taking that step forward. He was struggling a little on that 7-on-7. Like it's different for him. He's a dog.
Mhm.
He want to hit somebody.
Mhm.
So when he was laser focused and how he was disguising the blitz,
Oh yeah,
that was dope.
Yeah.
That told me right there he was just like locked in, bro.
yeah. He was killing them every time. He's like, yo, come here, we double
We
him, we
double
double
him.
him.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we gonna get him. We
I
gonna
was
get
like, look
him.
at Zay trying to be savvy. All right, my boy.
Dope weekend, man.
Yeah, that linebacker position is big, man. That
Yeah.
kid is really starting to play that really good now. You know what I mean?
Man, I was so tired of saying locate the routes, get your eyes on them. Stop staring at the quarterback, man. I must have said that 100,000 times. Now they finally doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, coaching out there all day, especially from the 14 to 18 year, it's the same thing. You know, you're saying the same thing
Chasing.
between the two levels. But you know, the kids is finally starting to get it.
Yeah. And then shout out my boy Carl Lomax, man. He had a pick on the first play of the championship game, man. First play of the game. Set the whole tempo. You know what I mean? Playing little middle linebacker baited him. You know what I mean?
That was a big time pick though, because he was standing like damn near right in front of the quarterback's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. He tried to throw this slant. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all them boys. My boy KJ Robinson, all them. Caden, Chase Johnson. Who else we got on there?
Yeah, shout out to Salem boys, man. I know when they pulled up, they felt like they was at home.
Salem High down in Virginia.
We was at Salem High School.
We was at the like, we gotta win this shit. Well, we home. Yeah, shout out to man, Coach Kev Robinson, man.
Shout out to Kev, man. Shout out to Kev, man.
Coach Red Gloves, man. We appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, most definitely, man. We had a good weekend, man. Controlling the kids
Yo,
and shit, man.
We won, but you almost had a heart attack out there.
Woo!
You used up 20
he was bent over, pause. He was
Yeah.
bent over at the end. Nigga was sweating. God damn.
I made the subs too early, man.
Yo, 3 minutes running the game. He was like, yo, get the second and third string guys.
He was up 21 nothing.
I was like, what?
He's up 21 nothing. He started putting the subs, and next thing you know, it's 30 seconds. He loses. It's 30 seconds.
24-20, bro. 24-20.
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
I said, no, we about to lose.
And that play was beautiful, bro.
Insane.
Because we used that play like 3 times, you know what I mean? And to teach the kids, like all year we've been teaching that. When we run this pattern, we got when the outside guy got a post and the running back got a wheel. So we always tell the quarterback, eyes is go post the wheel. Yeah. You know what I mean? So on that play, the running back got bumped. But as soon as that corner made one step with the post,
he let it
the
go.
ball was already in the air. He come back, he can't turn his hips. That's why I always say, yo, he's 12. He can't turn his hips fast. Boom, touchdown, game over.
Game
over.
You know what I mean? So
and did we get props?
No. Bro, they posted like 15 videos, literally.
Nothing.
They posted videos about 15, all the teams that we beat.
All of them, bro. All of them.
Slime ain't getting no.
Literally, at least 10 videos posted. We ain't in not one of them.
One of them.
Nah.
Somebody said this was Hero.
Right.
Hayden said Hero would have had us all over their page.
Right.
Man, that was funny, man. That was great weekend, man. The hotel was
shout out
good.
to all the kids, man.
Yeah, hotel was good, man. Kids was going swismming.
Yeah. Playing Kilderman. Like that's what we already knew what it was.
Drinking while they swimming.
Listening to y'all, I'm gonna say that's a shout out to y'all coaches. Just like you just said. You know, you told the player exactly what to look for. He listened and he got the pick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just said y'all worked out with Coach Reese,
Right.
DBU.
Mm-hmm.
That's the preparation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the coaches staff locked in and knowing what it take to be successful, to win. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Appreciate
I say
that.
that's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's I'm gonna say shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Appreciate
definitely gotta be locked in as a coaching staff. I think it was big for Kev to come over there with you just to get the report and with the help. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's tough to to do everything by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
The coaching, especially the 7-on-7, man, because the shit moving so fast.
Yeah.
If you not locked in as a coach, man, next thing you know, the game over and you ain't never made an opportunity to make an adjustment. So you definitely gotta be locked in.
And that's why I don't always think I'm the smartest man in the room. I take advice when coaches on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And Kev tell me, you coach, I got everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Cuz come over and see something. I take advice. You know what I mean? Because
slant will
gotta
Get him out there.
And he told me about 5 minutes ago, but now he kept reminding me. It ain't no ego.
Yeah.
Got it. Last play of the game. Slade will. Touchdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Zeke threw a pass to Carl on that joint. Touchdown to go to OT, bro. That shit was good. And that fast that we just put that play, popsicle stick in the dirt. To the kids. The last play, 8 seconds. We got no timeouts, time running. Popsicle stick in the dirt. Touchdown.
Huh.
Beautiful.
Yo, because they was playing man. Because that one
Yeah.
thing about level 82, they got all dogs across the board.
Yeah, they gonna
So
crush
they
you.
can go man across the board. I'm like, Q, you gotta go slant. We'll pick that inside guy.
Yeah.
Just tell him pick that inside guy. He's gonna be open. You
Mhm.
gotta get a man beater. Pause.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we put our dogs in
Insane.
there because you gotta respect. If you got Chase and KJ outside, you gotta respect them because they run good routes on that outside. You know what I mean? And then Carl with sure hands. We already know that thing. Throw that thing to the pylon.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? That was like, yo, slay Will, throw that bitch to the pylon.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass, man.
Yeah. I was just telling Harvey about him today. I was like, yo, Harv, you got a quarterback coming up, man. You know what I mean? He showed his ass this weekend.
That's dope. That's dope.
Well, we just need our money from Cam Newton?
That's all.
Fuck the video. They
Can
say
we get
the
our
winners,
money?
the winners
Yeah.
get $1,000 for winning each level, and we ain't seen our money yet. Fuck the video.
Cash at me,
Yeah,
nigga.
now, nigga, Venmo, Zelle, Cash
Oh, put it at the bottom of the screen. Watch it, right?
If you watch it, my nigga.
I might come on your podcast and do the shit.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Good
Here we
Lord.
go. Let me drink to that.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah, but man, yeah, even shout out to all the moms. It's Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the moms for trusting us with their boys, man. Because you know, traveling out of state, everybody can't always travel. They got other siblings, stuff like that. So that was the first time we ever took 12U on the van.
Oh,
I was like, that's all you niggas on the van. You know what I mean? But they was chill. We had a good time. We laughed.
nothing.
I gave them 3 minutes of music. I was done with that shit. I'm like, it's over. I tried it, man. We can't do this. Yeah. But they know who state property is now because we was rocking out. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, my son already knew. Zod know who they are.
yeah,
That's
man,
funny.
it was a good weekend, man. Classic weekend.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Coach Al Weems too, man.
Yes,
He
sir.
Yeah, my
held
boy
the boys
Al.
down, man. He definitely was a big help with the transportation,
And the kids,
with the
yeah.
boys, with the van and all that, man. Shout out to my boy Al.
Yeah, boy.
He was definitely a big help, man. It takes a village, and I think this was one of our smoother trips, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like everything went smooth. You know what I mean? Kids gonna be kids. You can't wrap your head around all that. You know what I mean? They gonna act up a little bit. They gonna be excited to be in the hotel, be in the pool.
Mhm.
That's they kid. You know what I mean? That's what they hear for the experience. So
Mhm.
it just felt good as a coach to be able to take those kids out. Like you said, shout out to the moms, to the parents that trust us, take their kids out and make sure they was gonna be cool.
Funny part, yeah, funny story. I thought about it, right? We took them to the pool. They all tired. So I'm the only one that had a hotel maybe like 5 minutes away.
Okay.
So I'm like, damn, they tired. They all about to go to sleep, got their snacks. Somebody go see what Red them doing. We go out to the van. I come back. All these niggas got ski masks on.
Where they was going to Wawa?
Downstairs. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I want to stay here. They all
Yo.
bullshit.
Ski mask, though.
Niggas ain't got shoes on. Niggas got ski masks.
Oh,
Oh, shiesty stuff.
Yo, and Isaac, what was that story about the security guard
Which one?
in the hotel?
Oh no! In the first 10 minutes, he was getting the security. Came like, "Hey man, they're going to have to keep it down in there." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Man," he was like, "Man, relax. You niggas ain't gonna get kicked out or nothing. Just tell them keep it down." I was like, "All right." I opened up the door. These niggas in there wrestling. I said, "Come on, bro. Y'all niggas 14, bro. Play the game and chill out."
Yeah, they had that hotel lit.
Nigga, I opened up the doors. They got hit in there. They got suplex and shit. I'm like, he was like, "You just saved him."
As soon as I came in, they like, yo, Carter just slammed Carl.
Fucking kids, man. Fucking kids.
Yeah, we did, man.
So we doing AC next weekend.
Yeah, NLG, AC.
We're gonna be in AC for the NLG tournament. That's how we ending our season.
Yeah, I'm tired of you motherfuckers. No, that should be it.
All right. So so to our guests here, man. Coach Nah, you came through last season
Mm-hmm.
out over here in Woodbury, helped the boys out a little, gave them some teachings and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking ever since, that connection with the family and whatnot, and it just, for us, there's not a lot of linemen, really a lot of lineman camps, lineman teachers out here. You have to go a little ways out or, really do the homework. So like, what inspired you to be a lineman coach and, go on this journey?
Well, to be honest, coaching O-line, the first person that really called me to coach after I was done playing was Crowley. Crowley was at Woodrow Wilson, and I'm a graduate from Woodrow Wilson.
Okay.
And he was like, hey, I got a lineman spot to open up, back at your high school. Would you mind being O-line coach? I took the job, so that was my first time coaching, period. Got into that was my first year. I wanted to better myself at the time, so I went back to get my master's in education. Since I was already around the kids, I was like, all right, look, this is my time to give back to everything that I have learned and my experiences of what football did to me, where it took me, what I learned from the game. Wound up getting back my master's, stopped coaching that year. Preston Brown then called me and was like, listen, we need a line coach, and I think it was like meant to be, just because the prior 2 years they went to the chip and lost. Coach Brandon, had told Preston, supposedly this is a conversation that he was telling me that they had, like, yo, we losing in the trenches. Like
we gotta fix that.
We gotta fix that.
Right.
You gotta find a line coach, because they were winning, but not winning in chip.
When they get cold.
When they get cold
at the end.
And
when the trenches matter.
The trenches matter.
So you can do all that cute 7-on-7 shit all you want. The trenches would matter in playoffs.
Right. So that's why I was like, it's kind of meant, because as soon as I hopped on the squad, we won a championship.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I seen that at the time, it was like, all right, I'm just doing something I was good at. You know what I'm saying? Love, give back. Like I said, that's what got me into the coaching part. Overall, like I said, coming to help Woodbury out, training wise, I got in. This is how the training aspect got into it. So peep this, while I was coaching at Woodrow Wilson, I had Miles Frazier as my tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That just got drafted.
Yep.
So he was my tackle, and then I got Vidal Diggs at my DN.
Nice.
So at one point, Vidal wasn't practicing because he said it was no competition. He would be out there just dogging everybody. You know what I'm saying? Pause in a sense. Mm-hmm. And then I had to actually myself put the helmet on for him to practice.
Damn.
Like literally, I was like, yo, all right, yo, you talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you one of the best people on the team. I need you to practice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You sitting back, bullshit, and this and that. All right, let's put the helmet on. Now, I put the helmet on, and I seen how fast he was. At first hand. You know what I'm saying? At first hand. And I'm like, whoa. Yeah. He got it. You know what I'm saying? He got it. So what I did was I this is just coaching wise. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I told Miles, you can't go nowhere but go against Vidal. No matter what, you can't run no more. You cannot run no more. Because, people be scared. Somebody go against a dog, they timid. They scared to go up there. So, as a coach, I put him on there. So that was a move that was made. And I see years later, I'm like, damn, that was coaching at the end of the day. That was somebody that seen that talent, had to do that, and, made that move. So then I'm like, I could do this. That's what gave me that move. Like, yo, I could really do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then I started talking to a lot of people, talking around the community, and what happened was training. I'm training Miles the whole way through. He get offered. You know, I'm flying down there, working with him while he was at FIU. I'm going to Miami, chilling, partying out there, training him. Coming back, he wound up getting to LSU, still training him. As I'm training him one day, he like, yo, Coach Nye, to be honest, yo, it's nowhere for me to go to get work around here when I come home. He said, you know, I was working with Coach Malik, you know, Malik Brown, all means, but Malik, he's not an O-lineman specialist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He could prepare your kids. Don't get it twisted. You know exactly what to do
He know football.
on
Yeah.
football.
Right.
But I played O-line my whole life. I didn't play nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I played O-line my whole life. And then I'm telling him with me going to Canada, me playing arena, you know, going to Iowa, which is University of O-line. You know what I'm saying? It's nah, I'm counting myself as a specialist. You know what I'm saying? For all the years I put in, for the coaches who coached me, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I started out with, when I was in Woodrow Wilson as a player, we went 12-0, undefeated, won the chip. Looking back at it, my O-line coach was a All-Pro in the NFL.
And who's that?
That's Dwayne White.
Okay.
So in high school at 15, I had a NFL lineman coaching me.
Yeah, that's dumb.
You know what I'm saying? This is where the trenches at.
Yeah.
This is why Wilson goes 12-0
Yeah.
and win the championship.
Yeah, that's dope.
We got Kevin Rawls as a DB coach.
Pause,
You know,
bro.
from Paulsboro.
Let's
You know
go.
what I'm saying? All pro.
Yeah.
Word up. I'm just saying, at the end of the day,
Right.
Yeah.
you got
He
NFL
was
caliber
real.
coaches
Yeah.
that's coaching.
Yeah.
We was men out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I want to speak on something. You said something that I heard Isaac say about Bayshaw,
Okay.
about, yo, he got it. What is that? Because I'm just a coach, because I'm here for the kids. I'm learning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have a higher level of playing.
Yeah.
So what is that? What do y'all see?
For me, you know, there's good kids, and then there's just exceptionally talented kids.
Yeah.
And when you see it, you know it. It's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like when
It's
you
the work
yeah,
ethic, all that is effortless.
when you see it, you know it. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, you can see it before they put that work in. It's natural.
Because you saw that 8th grade, right? When he
Yes,
was in the
yeah.
8th?
I coached Bayshaw 7th and 8th grade when he was in 7th and 8th grade. And his 8th grade year, he had like 40 plus touchdowns. I mean, he got the ball every play.
He
He was the only player I had. The motherfucker had the ball, What's it?
Avery was that for me.
Yeah, but when he had it, you know, just the way he moves, just, you know, he just had the natural God gift ability, and you knew if he worked hard at, you know, what he
Right.
did,
So sky's the limit.
sky was going to definitely be the limit. So
So we had that with coaching Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, we
for sure.
realized it quick. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, but I think Brooks just is a freak of nature.
yeah.
I had it with Ian Avery. Cuz had it where he ain't never let nobody beat him in a sprint. It was one time his mom might have dropped him off for like 6 on the dot. That motherfucker jumped out that truck and beat everybody around that motherfucker. By the time we got to the end, he was first. I was
Dang.
like, he got it.
Yeah.
He was the leader of the team. He wasn't letting nobody beat him in no sprint, none of that. There wasn't no cockiness, but he was just a dog.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when you don't let a motherfucker beat you in the sprint, because usually the nice nigga, he cocky, he don't want to
Yeah.
do shit. He was like, nah, I'm winning all these. And I was like, oh yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. And with me, trenches wise, first and foremost, I'm looking at size. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first. I'm saying, y'all
gotta be careful with that one, dog.
I tried.
I'm about to say,
I tried not to say that.
We already know.
First and foremost. Word up. Nah, you got that. Now you got that. So look, in a sense, like is the kid big enough to really play in the highest level of
Right.
football. You know what I'm saying? And if they are, you can't teach that. You know what I'm saying? That's a born. You got
Right.
God gifted.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
so you pass the eye test. Now I'm looking at heart. If he a dog, like you said, if he don't want to lose, if you don't want to lose, you can work with that because that means you coachable. You got that
Right.
drive. I'm never going to give up.
Mhm.
Nice.
And then when you got confident as a coach, you know you could develop that player. You know, okay, we're gonna keep him. Just like I said, I had to put the helmet on with that. I had to keep him
Mhm.
motivated. As a coach, you got to
Gotcha.
find the motivation.
Mhm.
Then you sit back like, oh, I knew it. Once the level of competition rise, you got to rise to the occasion because you want to be the best. You want to be the
Right.
dog. Therefore, you got it.
Mhm.
You understand it. You know, feet. I'm gonna say that if you're 6'7", 340, but you got good feet.
Mhm.
That's
I
insane.
can work. I can work with
Yeah.
I
that.
can't
Yeah.
even.
You know what I'm saying? I could work with that. I'm looking at your feet. Like how
Can't
you?
even
How
That's
you-
imagine that.
everything.
6'7".
Yeah. No. Right now I got 6'7". I'm training. I got a 15-year-old 6'8".
Mm.
Bonner Catholic.
Damn.
Emotep, right tackle, 6'7", 340.
Mm.
They just sending me now. He got a guy that's on his team. He's 6'5", freshman, 300. You know what I'm saying? This
Where
is
the hell
Philly.
they at?
Philly. It's Philly.
Mhm.
There's some guys in Jersey now that's a little trickery. They trickering through, you know, the tall, you know, bigger guys. But now that they see that they have somewhere they can go to get work,
Mhm.
people trickling
I
in
got a
now.
young boy I
You know
get
what I'm
you with,
saying?
too.
Now it's trickling in. You know, it's like even with the youth, you come across. I'm talking to some coaches, youth coaches, and they're like, "Coach, I got a kid. He's only 14. You know, he's already 6'2". It's not. Well, send him to me. You know what I'm saying? He's
Good
14,
Lord, the guy we
6'2".
saw at the combine.
Oh, at the red zone prep.
That one.
The prep red zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was from North Jersey, from the Bergen All Stars. That kid, he was just turned 14.
Yeah.
He was running motherfuckers through the crowd of people.
Dude, I was like, God damn. Check his wristband.
Motherfuckers standing there watching the one-on-ones. He just ran them through them ladies' legs and shit over there. God dang, great. Tear this lady ACL.
Crazy, bro. That's crazy.
And that's it. That's really it.
Yeah, that's the
Man, we
thing.
spent
That'd
the
be
year
the
together.
difference.
Me and I spent the year together in high school, man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bishop,
yeah.
Shout out to Coach
Coach
Pollard. Gave me my
yeah.
first high school chance, man. I always
Definitely.
appreciate him for that.
And just
You know
for
what I mean?
just on that, like
Mhm.
I look back at that. Bishop Houston's, man, we had baseball players.
Yeah, man.
I'm literally baseball players.
bro.
My running back had over 1,000
Yeah. Yep.
with baseball players as my lineman.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at
Yeah.
that like, hold up, man. It's the
Yeah.
proof in the pudding right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
all them
Was
kids went
Q
to
the
school.
best JV player on the team?
That's what I was coaching. And then my JV All-Star, baby. He already know my role, baby.
Yo, man.
Look, he already know my role,
Yo,
baby.
real quick, man. Listen, man. All y'all that out there tuning in, man. Go to YouTube. Go to We Work in the Podcast. Like and subscribe, man. Do us that favor.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yo, you called him JV.
They know my name, JV All-Star, baby.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yo, shout out to Coach K too, man. Getting that job over there.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
man.
alma mater.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Shout out to my
Over
boy
there.
K, man.
Shout out to K, man. We love
For
you,
sure,
bro.
For sure.
Definitely. You've been around a lot.
Yeah,
You've been
man.
around a lot.
Whoa.
Yo, quick question on this intermission.
All right.
Do y'all wear wife beaters under your shirts?
Yes,
Yeah.
90%
Every day?
of the time. 90% of the time.
You wear wife beaters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the only nigga that don't wear wife beaters.
Where that comes from?
It was on my live earlier today. I was debating with niggas. I told them, I don't wear wife beaters, man. This is talking about you naked under your clothes. Everybody's naked under their clothes. Well, how's the nigga gonna tell me like you naked under your clothes?
It's like a male girdle.
No, it's a male bra. Y'all niggas shit. I said, well, y'all take y'all shit off. Y'all probably be like, ah.
Oh, that's why you got back on saying, And so
So
like
you don't
your
wear no
titties
white
out.
beater under. You don't wear no white beater under your white tee.
No, for what? Y'all, you got the
That's
G
nasty
unit. You
work,
got the
bro.
G unit. Going.
Nah,
Yeah,
This
you
nigga got the
the
G
jaw.
unit. This nigga got the G unit.
That's
Hey,
nasty.
yo, that's funny as hell.
I don't own a wife beater, bro.
At all.
No,
That's insane.
You never bought one?
never in my life.
Oh shit.
Man,
Damn.
damn. So you saved a lot of money. That's
Yeah,
what
I ain't
some
never
motherfuckers
white
is-
beater.
Bro, I got a whole drawer.
You got a
full
white
of
beater on
drawers.
right now?
Nah, I'm naked.
You got a white beater on right now?
Yeah.
You got a white beater right now?
I said 90%.
We 50% at the table, man. Y'all tell me in the comments. Do you wear white beaters, man? I don't know. I didn't know it was that much of a thing.
Yeah, automatic.
Yeah, that's regular. Like,
Y'all niggas still wear shorts under your jeans.
nah.
I'm about to say,
Nah,
That's
that's
only when you hooping and shit.
Yeah, that's
Niggas
back.
used to do it.
I used to do it.
Back in the day, niggas be like, I don't know where I'm sleeping tonight because I got my motherfucking shorts on. Yeah.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Some niggas used to wear them shit just draws.
What?
Yeah. He gonna say, there a couple dirty niggas used to wear. There a couple dirty niggas used to wear his draws.
Yeah, shorts stinking like a bug.
Hell yeah. Yo.
Nah, man, I don't own the wife beater, man. Maybe I'm gonna go get one. What do you? They
You
come
gotta
in
get a
pack.
pack.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm gonna get one." You ain't gonna get one. You gotta buy a 3-pack.
Nah, the only way you get one if you buy the G unit, John.
Yeah. It's gonna cost you about $20.
Right. Insane, man. Are we
Yeah.
done with the question, man?
Yeah, I'm done with it. It was a funny question that popped up earlier on the live. I didn't know everybody wore. I didn't know I was the only one. I didn't know I was the only one that didn't wear wife beaters. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Insane.
Why they call them wife beaters? You can just picture a nigga beating his wife, put that motherfucker on.
Is it wife
That's
or
what
white?
the old head used to wear back in the day. The old.
I didn't even think about that. I never thought about that. Like, yo,
Is it
real
wife or white beater?
Wife.
It is wife.
It's
White
white
beater.
Why would they call it wife beater though?
Because
Google.
everybody used to hit their woman. That's what they had on.
Yeah, that's
They had
right.
Yo, did Ike have it on?
Yeah,
Yeah. I think about it like, yeah.
Eat the
probably
cake,
had it
man.
on.
Eat the cake. Dang, bro. PT
He said red
look,
like his titties out.
This nigga PT man talking about he speaks Spanish. Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
Because his wife put him on punishment in Spanish.
Oh shit.
Siéntate, nigga.
He said, I don't speak it, but I understand it.
Yo, that's
Funny.
funny.
PT.
Yeah. So, Coach Nye, man,
What's up?
what is QB Protection Services?
So QB Protection Service is basically saying that I'm the O-line specialist in pass protection. You know what I'm saying? So if any lineman coming from Omatry Athletics that work with me, you are a QB Protection Service.
Okay.
So once you trade,
So it's a badge.
It's a badge of honor. You don't even get to wear that unless you get a certain amount of sessions in. Pause. You feel me?
Mhm.
At the end of the
And
day,
you learning.
Nah, I hear you saying. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it. You gotta get a certain amount just because you got my name on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and
right.
you can't be out there saying I train with Omatry Athletics and you didn't only work with me twice. You know, or Coach Nye, I work with Coach Nye. Nah. When y'all start seeing those student I'm gonna say student athletes and everything wearing QB Protection Service, that means they come from
They're
come from
excelling
me.
at
They
their
certified.
program.
That means they certified. Yeah.
They certified.
I
you know
can
what
dig
I'm saying?
that.
Yeah, I like that. I like
how,
that.
That's how people
Because
know.
you know, in order we have fun on 7-on-7. There ain't no trenches.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got the quarterback, you got the athletes, you got the coaching. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
But in the fall, when we want to implement those things, you know, sometimes we gotta kind of dial it back a little because we don't have that protection.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the goal is to get our youth, the kids we coach, the kids we believe in, into your program
Mm-hmm.
so they can earn those badges.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we can excel as coaches because this, you know, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
We don't succeed unless we winning games. You know what I mean? And winning games is from the kids. We do our part as coaches, but winning games from the kids. They out there putting in the work.
Are you coaching currently in the fall right now?
Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 right now. Right now, I'm with Collinsville High School,
Okay.
but my goal, personally, was to provide support to any team that I can. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want, in the near future, I don't want me being tied to just Collinswood. I can't go and sit on the sideline at Winslow if I'm at Collinswood. You know what I'm saying? I'm training some of Winslow kids now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my goal, to be the guy that's like, yo, no, that's Coach Nye right there. He good.
Mhm.
He coming on the sideline. He could help out. You know what I'm saying? When he want, I can sit around, talk to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm training them, and I can see what they need to work on. You know, so when they do come with me, you know, to get better, I can pinpoint. Yo, I watch you do this in the game. We need to work on this. You know what I'm saying? Because
mentoring.
Yeah,
mentoring.
Yeah, mentoring them at the time. So me being a coach right now, I can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's basically, you know, it's putting a ceiling on you.
Yeah.
You know, rather than sky's the limit.
On what you see yourself being. And that's good, man. Chasing your dreams, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I'd
Most
love
definitely.
to try to get you out in Defford, man.
Yeah.
Come help.
We
Nah, I'm
definitely,
serious.
we so serious.
Come help out, you know, the kids would definitely benefit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely benefit from it. So, you know,
Definitely.
So
if you ever, you know, got some time, some extra time,
Mhm.
you know, just come out and, you know, just, you know, get some kids some knowledge of the game.
So
No,
all you
definitely.
parents out there listening, man, you see on the screen, we got his YouTube and his IG. On his IG, there's right at where his bio is, there's some links for training sessions and, you know, just the information you need to get your lineman better. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we upgrading over here on the podcast,
Yeah.
man. God damn, we upgrading, man. Jeez.
Check
One
him
step
out.
at
Like,
a
you know, I
time,
usually
baby.
post my boy on the slime page when he got stuff going on
Yeah.
too. I
Nah,
always
most
share,
definitely. I
post
appreciate
anything
that.
he got
So,
going on. So
Yeah. Nah, I appreciate
Yo,
that,
Reese,
man.
what's up, bro? Yo, there's a kid on YouTube called JJ. He just shouting you out the whole time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh that's JJ.
JJ,
So
yeah.
look, JJ was one of the linemen that I started training about a month and a half ago. Wind up going to the showcase this past week.
that's what.
Tore it up.
Oh, that's
You
what's
feel
up.
me? Tore it
Yeah.
up so much, so to the point, NFL agent reached out to the dad
Oh, shit.
already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good shit.
Yeah, I
That's
just
real.
got
Yeah,
off
we're
the-
gonna go to that link. We're gonna put a slot in for Defford Spark.
Y'all, see what y'all know what the podcast is. We working, baby.
Yeah, we
That's
working,
what it's
yeah.
all
That's what it's
about.
all
Always
about.
working, man.
That grind.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to JJ. Like, he definitely a coachable kid. He
Yeah.
at Highland High School. You know, right now I know Sean Daniels. He actually hired me to come work out with his linemen.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He's saying he knows it starts in the
Shout out
trenches.
to my boy Chop over there too.
Yeah, he
That's
definitely.
my dog.
yeah, I was about to say. So he
Yeah.
he trying to win. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He like, listen, I know what it take,
Yo, cuz.
and I know you can do it. So
Yeah.
he definitely hired me. I'm working with Highland High School, and that's one of my clients. JJ, big ups to him.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
He definitely showed out at the got second best lineman video doing
Yeah, we
30,000.
you know, we want to send some linemen up to that prep combine
Yeah,
because we had some dogs, but we want to send more because they was them North Jersey boys up there. They different.
yeah,
Yeah.
they got training, man.
Yeah,
They've
right,
been doing
right.
this. They've
Yeah,
been
they
doing
locked
this.
Well, we
in.
got
We
training
behind-
now.
Yeah,
so
we got training.
Yeah,
we
That's
got
what I'm
training
saying.
now.
That's
That's
what
why
I'm
we
saying.
there.
You
That's
feel me?
why we
That's
there.
what it
We got
is. Why
training
we
now.
there.
And that's all it is. Networking, knowing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Experiencing.
Right. Because I'll be working with the line at practice sometimes, and I know football so I can give you the basics, but I can't I can't do what you do.
Technique,
You know what I'm saying?
technique stuff.
Yeah, I can't do what you do. You know what I mean? That's not my specialty. You know what I mean? I know the game. I can get you I can get you, you know what I mean, halfway there, but
Right.
you know what I mean. But
Get your eyes
oh
inside.
yeah, move your feet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't lunge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can give you the basic bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, definitely. And I'm gonna say at the youth level, man, really, it usually be the dad. It usually be a dad, you know, that's on the couch that want to help out, you know, with
Yeah.
the line coaches, you know, that's out there. So in the sense of me coming out here and starting this for the linemen, it's
Yeah.
like y'all gonna get so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
so much better. The teams will be so much better.
Yeah. That's
And
why
I-
when me and you talked last year, I told you come to that Friday Night Lights.
Nah,
like,
most definitely.
yo,
He
pull
definitely
up.
did.
so you was helping Woodbury this year?
Don't even talk to
Listen, I came out there a couple times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they needed a couple more
Get the
sessions.
hell out of here. That's nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
3 days a week. 3 days a week.
You ain't shit.
Nah, they was fucking us up up front though. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, definitely. They gotta have some dogs though. You know what I'm saying? When I went out there, I seen potential, you know. But as a coach and me talking to Coach O, he kept it 100. I'm telling you, he said, "Oh, I don't have a line coach." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, look, it's gonna count when you take that travel squad and you go down south. You know what I'm saying? Them linemen really working. We could run around. Skills is you can find skills all around.
Yeah, facts.
And it's gonna come with them trenches. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna separate, you know, at the end of the day. So that's why I had went out there, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, respect due. I'm here to better the kids, you feel me, as a whole. So I just, you know, I gave them a little pointers here and there. You know, they
I
made it to
use
the
it,
chit.
yeah.
They got to the chit. You know what I'm saying? Got to
All right,
the
enough,
chit.
bro.
They got there.
They got there.
Yo,
They got there.
Yo, stop, man. Might want to hear this
They
shit.
got there.
Yo, we got it.
Yeah, them niggas got there. They got there.
I got there too, motherfuckers.
Oh, bro. Yo, talk about his game.
The losing corner.
Motherfuckers. I'm gonna get my lick back this year, motherfuckers.
They said, "Well, what the fuck was Cotty doing?"
He was trying to infiltrate the offense. That's what he was
I thought
doing.
that was
He
the
should have
line
been a
coach.
line coach.
He was the line coach at first.
I was like, any coach over 250 is a line coach.
No, but one thing I learned though about you know, once I started coaching was, you know, he used to talk about a lot of good things, but just because you play the position don't mean you know how to coach a position. You know, but when you football, you willing to take anybody that's willing to come out and help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got so little help. Dad, can I help? Yep, come on. Yep.
Yeah.
I can teach you what I want you to teach them. You know what I mean? But I learned that early on in my coaching career because I knew how to play football. I thought I can just go out there and not be dedicated to it and go out there and coach it. I know the game, but if you ain't dedicated to your craft and willing to learn, I wasn't willing to learn. I thought I knew it all. Just young, arrogant coach my first year. Oh, don't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now I can go to a damn 8U game and look and see something I might like.
Right.
Like if you're not always willing to learn something new, willing to learn, keep absorbing, you don't know it all. Football is an evolving game. Every day is something new.
Yeah.
Every day you can learn something new. Every day somebody's doing something different. So that's one thing that I learned and that helped me become a better coach is no matter who you talking to, if you talking football and they talking football, somebody listen.
Right.
You might take something from it, you might not. But if you not listening, you're not gonna ever get a gym here and there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I do not like coaching when coaches think they're the smartest in the room. Like, come on, man. You gotta be willing to learn, man. Be open-minded.
I've been on some staffs. I see coaches that can't coach. I'm sitting here
Straight like
yo,
that.
Straight. Like, listen.
What is you looking at?
What? Yeah.
What
Like,
is you looking at?
what you doing? Like and at the end of the day, it's like to me, it's about the kids. Like, damn, the kid could been in so much in a different position. You know what I'm saying? If they just had the right coach,
Right.
you know, it changed his life. It'll change his life.
Oh, see, you speaking on another level. A lot of coaches aren't like that.
Yeah.
They don't even care about that shit. They care about the wins and losses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's just a real statement.
Yeah.
That's
That
why
I feel that.
Yeah, that's why I said this win for me, even though it's 7-on-7, it was helping my kids from losing in that championship game. That it was still grinding. It was for them to believe in me while these plays is executing. Like
Right.
they like, oh
Facts.
shit. You know what I mean? Because I didn't give up on them because the season's over.
Yeah.
Hey, we got work to do. Hit all of them. We got work. Every L is a lesson.
Most
So even
definitely.
though we ain't win a chip, we still working. You know
Most
what I mean?
definitely.
And we still got shit to do.
I liked your turnout at workouts yesterday too.
Yeah, that was nice too.
Yeah. Some good faces I seen
Yep.
show up. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So
A lot of kids got better too.
You
A
had
lot of
workouts
kids, man.
yesterday?
Yeah, yeah. That was my last one, man. It was that's the last one for a little bit, but
That's good.
it was crazy. Yeah,
Nah,
it was
just
good
fucking
though.
with
Some
you.
young
Yeah.
boys came up. You know what I mean? A lot of kids, and you can see the growth of the kids. You know what I mean? From last year, which I kept trying to tell them, like when you're 11, by the time you come back, you get that growth spurt, you gonna be all right. You know what I mean? So look a
Yeah.
lot fluid.
yeah, because we dealing with the dual ages. Sometimes you have those impatient parents that don't understand. I hate, this is what I hate. I hate a parent say you playing 12U so you got 11 and 12, right? They kid they first year might not get that much playing time. So they mad, they go to another team. Now they 12, they the older age starting. Like I told you my kid was gonna be starting here too.
Yeah,
He was a younger age last year.
Yeah.
Trust the process. You
Trust
know what I'm
the
saying?
process.
Like you know, sometimes you gotta work your way to, you know what I mean, to a starting spot.
Mhm.
Especially when you the younger age, we don't got single ages, we doing
Yeah.
dual ages. So
Right.
Yeah. And
it's nothing's gonna be handed to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna be handed to you. Work your way to a spot because those things that you learn from that young year is gonna take you far. Because it's gonna be a time when you get to
Yeah.
high school, you're
High
gonna be a
school.
freshman.
that's what it's gonna be.
And you
You're
gotta
gonna be a
start all
freshman.
over
You gotta.
again.
You're not going. That's why I like the dual ages
Yeah.
and the kids being a younger age.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of-
some people don't agree. Some people do. You know, for me, our kids benefited
They get
from
them
that
prepared.
a lot. Being
Yeah.
not if our kids most of the time every year we won a championship when we were the older age, right? But those young years we had to take our lumps.
And fight.
We
Yeah.
first year sophomores take our lumps. First year juniors take our lumps. But when we the older age, they winning.
Right.
But if we playing single ages and we the top dogs every year win the championship, when we going to take our lumps? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you gonna have to fight for something? It made them kids hungrier. You know what I'm saying?
And you can tell in the smaller group 1 schools, those kids starting as freshmen. You know what I mean? At a bigger school, you might have to be elite. But when you had a group 1 or 2 and you played in a dual age, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna start. Because you've been through the trenches already, especially when we call our stuff the SEC. Kids that been through that, you mentally can prepare. You can play on a senior level, you know what I mean, and dominate. You can play a role.
I
If
got
you
a
a
question.
dog.
High.
Yeah.
I heard you ain't never lose a game in high school.
Nah, no,
Not one game.
nope.
How many touchdowns?
93.
So what was the how? Hold up. So because I'm about to think about this, right? Now I'm being serious. Like in the sense of not losing a game in high school, how was that y'all kept like it? Like what was the motivation in that? Like y'all number one, everybody coming at y'all every game for 4 years straight. Like,
So-
like you just said to take the lumps. You just said like how was that the transition at that high school level?
So, you know, in Paulsboro, the winning was just tradition. You know what I mean? So our tradition is just winning. Everything was revolved around football, wrestling for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And after we had that streak, the 60, 63,
Yeah,
60,
boy.
after we had the streak,
Set my blue hat on that.
the streak I broke my 8th grade year. So I wasn't a part of the streak of the 62 game winning streak. So I was in 8th grade going in. So that kind of broke my heart. So my 9th grade year, they didn't play me. I didn't start. So my 9th grade year, we lost 4 games. That was like fucking unheard of. Paulsboro lost 4 games. So for the next 3 years, we went on another streak. We won 33 straight games. It's from my sophomore year to my senior year.
There's
we
your
won.
motivation.
And we won 3. So
Let's talk about that.
the motivation was my freshman year. I was ready to leave Paulsboro because they didn't allow me to play. And then they didn't let me play JV. So I just spent the whole year not playing football at all because they I scored like 5 touchdowns first JV game. It's like, nah, you can't play JV no more. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to play? Like, I ain't getting no varsity carries.
Mhm.
So the next 3 years, it was just my motivation was I wanted to be like my cousin Kevin. I wanted to be like Kevin Hart. That was it. That was he was my idol. I didn't, I loved the Eagles, Randall Cunningham and shit, but nobody was bigger than Kevin Hart.
Facts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's who I wanted to be like, and that was who the legacy I was chasing. You know what I'm saying? So that was my motivation. I'm like, he ain't never lose a game. I ain't never losing a game.
Got you.
Damn.
Well, he
Gotcha.
lost
That's
one. He
fair.
lost one game, but he
That
won
don't
3. He
count
won
either.
4.
Do it. I never counted it.
They ain't counted.
Nah, I never counted. I think it was his freshman year, right, Sterling?
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Yo,
a
I never.
blessing,
Yo,
man.
the interview to that game was crazy, bro. It was an interview. This nigga never even played the high school down yet, and they was like, "Yo, this 14-year-old sensational player, bro." They was already knew this nigga was gonna be great. He didn't even play yet, bro.
Yeah, that
And
was
the
crazy.
reporters was talking about it. Wait till y'all see this 14-year-old kid. Nigga was 14-year-old freshman, was out there getting busy.
All South Jersey.
All South Jersey's a freshman, 14.
Damn.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
That shit was crazy, bro.
So like we said, somebody seen him and said he got it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, what he got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it.
That's fucking
Yeah,
dope.
he
as
was one of
hell.
the one.
That's what's
Shout
up,
out to
though.
Cuz, man. Cuz I
Yeah.
just left him about an hour ago. We sitting there talking, chopping up, talking football.
Well,
He's
yeah.
at my mom's crib and shit.
That's what's up, though. All right.
Yeah, man. That was just our motivation, man. I love that town to death. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bayshaw Tootin. We got another pause, bro.
In the league.
Another pause,
Mhm.
bro. Kid in the league. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's special
Yeah,
coming
too.
from such a small place, man. Like, a
Mhm.
lot of people ain't never been to Paulsboro don't understand how small Paulsboro is to produce
That much talent.
that talent that we have coming out of that. You know,
Yeah. that
that little
Facts.
2 mile radius town.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So shout out to him. And that's that's my family. So
And for him to rock that 33 is
it's
special,
crazy because
too.
I had a
That's
memory.
dope.
Had a memory come across my Facebook when me and cousin DJ took Bayshaw to Temple on his first college visit.
No.
You
With-
know,
with
it was like-
Victory?
yeah. we were
Yeah.
so that was crazy. I was like, damn, look at shit popped up on the memories. But man, I'm proud of him, man. And that's why I don't fuck with the Steelers no more.
They ain't pick him up.
It's gonna pick him up. He's gonna have the 33.
Easily, too.
He's gonna have the 33, man. They picked the ball from Iowa, done with him.
Damn.
Yo, Rick. What up, Ricky? Ricky Turner.
Shout out to your boys, man. Big Frank getting in there, man.
Yeah,
Big Frank, man.
definitely,
Isaiah Ranks,
definitely,
man. Shout out to all them young boys, man. That's a Whoopberry. Look, we
Slick
in there.
Rick.
Man,
We
look,
got a
look.
Whoopberry dude in there, too. Whoopberry
yeah,
Paul
yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
Look,
man.
South Jersey killed the draft.
South
Sure,
Jersey
bro.
went
Killed
crazy.
it.
Then
South
we-
Jersey killed the
Yeah,
draft.
that job was dope to see all them kids, man.
Yeah,
Dope,
Kyle
man.
McCord. Shout out to
Yeah.
Kyle McCord.
Yeah.
Before we was Slime U, we was Victory Skills Academy, and
Mhm.
Kyle McCord was one of our quarterbacks on the 15U squad.
Yep. I won a tournament down. What was that battle tournament in Maryland?
In
right?
Maryland, yeah,
That's
we won.
good.
We won that. That was my first 7-on-7 tournament win.
Yo, we got so many wins in the last 3 years. It's crazy, bro.
It's funny you say that.
Yo.
So I counted the trophies here, right? It's like 4 for 7-on-7. But for every one I have, we split. So that's 8 automatic, like for the grip.
Man, that ain't got like 20
No,
of them
I'm just
bitches in
saying.
3 years.
That's what
got like 20.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
We
That's
got
what I'm
20
saying. Like,
trophies, man.
just to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, just to
He
think
gives
about it.
respect, bro.
Like, I got 4 here, and we go every other one. So that
Yeah.
means he got 4. That's 8 automatic. I could count and then start going back.
And then
he
the
was
other
coaching
ones.
2
That
levels.
was I was
Yeah.
coaching 2 levels. So
Yeah.
then the other levels.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. Yeah, what up, Ricky? What's good with you, bro?
That's crazy, yeah.
Bro, it's what we
Hey,
do,
yo,
dog.
I was about to say that South Jersey on the map, man. They need this respect. I'm mad that y'all even said they put you on the backfield.
Yo,
Bro,
bro.
now they
backfield,
it's not
bro.
like
That's
this.
That's
like
why
that.
we knew what it
Yeah,
was.
yo,
Like,
come
pitching the
on,
backfield.
Yeah.
Cam Newton
Backfield.
said, "Where y'all from?" I'm like, "We from Jersey." He was like, "Jersey." I'm like, "South Jersey." He said, "South Jersey."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, he'll-
Yo, I mean, if
He
you
gonna
if you
find
put
out,
if
though.
you if you
That's
you
you know
running
now.
Yeah.
if you running a tournament and you're basically helping the championship game and the team wins, the fact that you don't present the team the trophy or tell the kids
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this, like kind of corny. So I walked over to him. And I said, "Yo, you take a picture with the kids?" You know what I mean? They just won. Yeah, I'll be over there in a minute. He did walk over. He took a group picture, and then kids asked for individual pictures. He was like, "Nah, I ain't doing no individual pictures. That means I gotta do it with everybody." I'm like, "There's only 10 motherfuckers on the team." Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You could take a couple pictures, but you know that's his right. You know, I felt like it was corny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we saved him a lot because the kids been wanting to say shit, and I'd be like, man, nah, he professional, he doing what he do.
Yeah.
But now I'm like,
Now
hold
it's
up,
over
bro.
with.
Zai was
So
ripping
this is the
that
second
motherfucker.
time, because remember the first time you beat him with Brooks. Cuz
Oh,
beat him on the last
yeah.
play of the game. He was like, every time I see slime, it's up in smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, he was mad. He thought he was
took
gonna
it
beat
out
us.
on
Cuz
y'all.
beat him on the first
On
play.
the 18
Yeah.
level.
Then he beat us like 33-0. I had the Bad News Bears. He ran the score up on us. You know what I mean? So now when he see us,
Mhm.
we all the way right.
Yeah.
And you see us, we
You
all the
see
way
it,
right.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna give no love. They got 100 points to 60 points. That's 40 points more than your second place guys.
Yeah.
And they got all the videos and
Yeah,
love.
they
They
got
don't get no
High
love.
five.
You know what? He probably lost some money, fellas.
It sound-
Somewhere
Yeah.
down the
Well,
line.
That's probably why we ain't getting our money.
He did. He probably like,
Let me
damn,
check
man,
my
this-
account right now.
Yeah,
See
let me
how much
know.
shit it
Lost
is.
some money.
Yeah.
You know, some people be, they
You
nah,
got
they
till
gonna
12
be the
o'clock,
ones.
niggas.
They gonna be the ones.
Yeah.
Nah.
I posted a picture of me, Isaac, and Coach Al,
Yeah.
and my caption was like, "This one was personal,"
Yeah.
because the practice week was like we was locked in, bro, locked in. So
Mhm.
when we went down there, man, when we put the belt to that first team, I said, "Yeah, this group is in trouble.
Yeah.
This level's in
Mhm.
trouble, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Levels in trouble." And then the semis when we finally got to the turf field, that team they was talking shit. They was physical. They was having their way in their previous game.
Mhm.
Man, boom, 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 boom. Hayes had the kid in a blender.
Mm-hmm.
He could not stop Hayes in that slot, yo. It was bad, bro. They all looking like you should have seen their faces.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The shit was artwork.
So I'm
Yeah.
That
motherfucking
shit was
watching.
artwork,
Yeah.
I'm
bro.
watching. I said, hold
You know
on.
what I mean?
Who we play the winner of? I'm like, oh, we play the winner of this game. I'm like, oh, they playing right now. I walked over there. Everybody on the other field, like, what the fuck is Coach Isaac doing?
Yeah, I saw you.
They didn't even realize it's the two teams. We play the winner out of this
Mhm.
if we win this game. I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game. I'm like, oh, they think they like that. They go man every play. They don't even look to the sideline for a defensive call. They don't got no other call but man. I'm like, it's some lazy ass coaching. They think they got all dogs. They think they kids just better. They gonna go man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go man versus us every play.
Hell
I'm a whip
no.
route you all the way down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it got so bad. He was like, "No, you go stick," and he start cooking that nigga. But you know, it's levels to this shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean,
man,
they had a good team, but you know, we kind of advanced right now. You know what I'm saying when it comes to
For
this
real.
7-on-7 shit.
And that's why I'm like, yo, you gotta give some type of respect, because when I just watch, I become a fan when y'all play. Like I'm watching, like, yo, this shit is just special, bro.
Yeah.
Kids that never even played with us, the first time they played with us, is a touchdown, 40 yards, first play.
And we called it.
Yeah,
We called it. We was like, yo, Cowboy.
You know I was running that
Boom,
motherfucking Cowboy.
touchdown.
and that's just teaching the quarterbacks how to read the defense.
Yeah.
So they
Yep.
see it, eyes over here, boom.
Yeah.
They know
That's
that
why I
shit
be
look
yelling
good.
at the kids. I said, look, I run 6 plays.
Mhm.
If you don't know these motherfucking plays by now, you ain't playing offense.
Yeah.
I'll pull the playbook out if these 6 plays stop working. Hey, we keep scoring, I'm gonna keep running these same 6 plays, because you know why? Everybody know exactly where they supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I use that on defense. So if you really don't know 7-on-7, the defense is at a disadvantage because the ball is always in the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much space.
Peace. Yeah.
So all we care about is the fundamentals of the defense. Like, yo, just do your job. They complete a pass, whatever, man. Who gives a shit? What pisses me off, and the other coaches, like when we telling you what to do and you just don't do it. So that being said, just do your job, and shit like that happens. The skill set comes out, and that shit's crazy,
Bro,
bro.
we definitely got some talented
And,
kids.
yeah.
Man.
the 7-on-7 part, man, is big for the kids because I know a lot of people. Some people look at spring football and be like, you know, they'll rather do spring football. I know some people, like, oh man, y'all over in Jersey. I know some Philly dudes like, oh y'all Jersey dudes love 2-hand touch football. Listen, man, when you getting these reps, these is quality reps without the contact. You know, I made a post in the Red Zone page trying to give some free game. You know, you got, you know, your number one hater in the comments. You know, it's always gonna be somebody hating, but you know, just giving free game when I said, you know, your kid don't gotta play in every tackle tournament, don't gotta play every spring into the fall. You know, give these kids a break. You know what I mean? Meaning, I ain't meaning saying don't get some work. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
But
saying
it doesn't-
run from it.
Yeah, it just don't always got you can skip some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you can burn kids out. And football is not meant to be played year round. It's not, it's not, man. You got and when I say these things and people get offended because that's what they doing with their kid, I'm not telling anybody what to do with their kid.
Right.
You do whatever you want to do with your kid. I'm just gonna give you free game for somebody that's been around the game for a long time and understands the impact these hits and the impact this game will do to your body. And subjecting these kids to this amount of contact this early on, you can burn them out. And I'm telling you, every hit these kids take, it counts. Every hit counts, and it's shit gonna add up. And one day these kids gonna be 40 years old, and it's gonna be a tally of how many times their body's been hit, and they gonna feel that shit. So playing fall to every tournament to spring and then you want to train them like they going to the NFL. Kids out here 9, you lifting weights bro. Don't burn these kids out because they got time. They got time. It's about developing these kids mentally, physically, making sure they ready to play the game at a high level. And it doesn't always have to be tackle football.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I totally agree with you on that. That's 100%.
And you and listen, both of y'all been at the highest level.
That's 100%.
So
you got to think how much football it is if you start young with tackling. That CTE, they did that. That's serious. You know what I'm saying? In Iowa, I lost 2 players to that. They killed themselves. You know what I'm saying? Committed suicide.
Say that again.
Iowa, I got 2 teammates who committed suicide, and they donated their brain to hospital for research, and they had high levels of CTE.
Wow.
You know, so I'm like, even with me, with my son, I look at him like, yo, you playing flag first. You know what I'm saying? I ain't throwing you in there when y'all, you know what I'm saying, crazy 5 years old, and I'm seeing them on videos. I'm seeing hits. They playing Oklahoma drills, and you 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you tripping. You know, I'm like, nah, you ain't doing that. You playing soccer, flag football. You gonna learn how to move your body first. You know, as a kid. You know, like you said, the mental reps. It's mental. Why you think you got walkthroughs in the pros?
Right.
Why you a pro? We got walkthroughs. You know, college, you got walkthroughs.
I don't see that, man.
You know, they don't understand that. But and it'd be a lot of coaches who never made it to that level. But they come out here, oh, you gotta be tough, make this. Nah, mental reps. Let them learn the game first.
Facts, Mike. Facts.
And then go from there.
Yeah, man. I'm a firm believer. Like, even, you know, when it's time to get after it, best believe we get after it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's always going to be the time where it's time to get after it. But you just gotta make sure you following the right people when it comes to this youth football, man. Because a lot of people have parents, and you know, sometimes it might be a single mom or even a single dad. You know what I mean? That just don't know and follow the wrong people. And you know what I mean, some of these dudes don't have what's the best interest for your kid. It's about them winning games or looking like they're a good coach. A lot of people want to look like they're a good coach instead of putting the work in and doing what's right to be a good coach. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I try to take pride in doing shit the right way, especially when it comes to taking care of these kids' body and making sure that they ready to go to the next level.
Definitely don't want to burn them out.
Because it is burnout.
It is, man. It is burnout.
You
know, I've coached spring football. I'm not a hypocrite. I've coached spring football on the 8th grade level because when I first started coaching spring football was only for doing 8th graders.
So they can get the reps to go to high school.
A lot of kids probably won't play varsity. A lot of schools don't got freshman teams. JV games is bullshit. So, that spring football was just helping them propel into high school. But when I seen kids wasn't coming to practice, we got so bad to the point where we just practiced an hour before the game. That was our practice to prepare for the game.
Damn.
I can't coach like that because now we creating bad habits on the football field, and I'm not going to coach kids where I don't think I'm getting them better, and I think they're not benefiting from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm done. I'm here if I'm going to help this kid get better and prepare him to high school. I can't prepare this kid an hour before the game to think he's going to get better. All he is going to do is create bad habits. They just out here fucking around. You know what I mean? I can't coach like that. And then we didn't lose. No, I hate losing. It ain't all about the wins and losses, but motherfucker, I want to win. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't prepare you all week for practice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why motherfuckers did that. When I lost that game to Woodbury the first time, it was on a Friday. I'm like, we gotta go over kick. And everybody was late, texting me, I ain't gonna be there, I'll be 5 minutes. It's a Friday practice. And we didn't practice the kick. And there's 30 seconds left.
And you needed that.
And I'm like, football gods ain't letting that happen. Let that happen.
Right.
You already know.
Hey.
I say that all the time, man. You can't cheat the football guys.
No, you can't.
Can't cheat them.
I tell my kids about the football guys all the time. I talk about the football gods is real, man.
Yeah, that shit's real. That shit's real.
Yeah, the football gods is real. If you don't deserve it, it's not gonna happen.
I'm telling you. It was 5 minutes before the game. I'm like, man, I didn't practice that kick last night. I do it. I fucking do it.
Respect due.
This nigga line up for the field goal. Nigga have receivers.
These are our receivers. Do it.
They do a flag. They
Do it.
They had 2 wings of holding the kicker. And the nigga off the ball at receiver.
They're cheap and
Dude, unreal.
I'm like, you know what's gonna hit me, bro.
Funny as hell.
Trying to get together with 52 kids, I'm like,
It's rough.
What's the youngest age you start your training with?
I started them at 12.
So
I say, 12. I think they pay attention to detail, unless you're elite. You know what I'm saying? If you're elite, then like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could come. But like
12, they're taking it serious.
They're taking it serious. Yeah.
Well, ain't no 10-year-old little Billy.
It's just they're not ready yet for the detail that I'm actually going to instill in them.
Right.
You know, it's a technician. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. Once you get the technique, you don't gotta be the biggest, strongest, fastest athlete when you got the technique to learn how to put your body in the place, the proper position to block. And it goes into like learning people's systems. They got to scat back, they got to power back.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know how I got to train your linemen. They going block different because of the type of back you got. It's just certain things that you look at.
Go ahead, preach to the coaches in here.
No, definitely not. It's just certain things
that's how it is.
That's how. Yeah, certain things. It's like if you was a college coach and you could recruit the players that's going to fit your system. You know what I'm saying? Instead of some coaches have a system, they come in with a system and don't even have the linemen for the system. If you really break down, I'm like, the system is work. This is why do you think Eagles won the Super Bowl? The offensive line works. It works with the system. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they're so successul.
All right,
that type of
I agree with that.
That type of running back.
I agree with that, but we can just change the subject.
I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't even gonna lie. I'll tell you the truth. As soon as Saquon went there, I said he gonna rush for 2,000.
Yeah,
most definitely.
That was easy.
With the line
most
that was
definitely
there,
with the line.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You knew it was gonna be 2,000.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's why I don't understand.
If you know football,
people were saying negative shit. Like, oh, he's the bum. Bro, he was with the Giants, bro.
Yes.
you can't judge him until you see what he do versus behind this Eagles line because it's gonna be a.
Yo,
I knew it. I knew it was over.
Usually people got one good receiver. You got two good receivers.
yo, when I saw him,
And a good quarterback that can run the ball.
Pick your boys.
I saw in the pros watching the Eagles game. That's a pro game.
Mhm.
I saw him run for like a 70-yarder untouched.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Multiple
wasn't multiple. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm like, yeah, that's
That's football.
The football line.
That's football.
That's-
You know what I'm saying?
that's everybody doing their job,
And
yo.
yeah.
they was pissing me off earlier in the year because he kept trying to drop back and throw the ball.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
That motherfucker.
yo, he
called
was
that meeting.
the first 2 games he was on some bullshit like he didn't want to run the ball. Do you know who you got back here?
Mhm.
I was saying it. There go Kellen Moore.
Nah, definitely.
That old line called that team.
Anybody want to
meeting.
twist the T?
I'm good. I'm getting tired, man. I'm about to get out of
Yo,
here.
backstab, strikes again.
Strikes again.
Hey, one quick shout out because I don't think we had a podcast since we went to AC. Shout out to the AC, to the Slime Boys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to
definitely.
the Slime Boys, man. We did our first tackle Slime U team, Slime Boys, 13U went out to AC to the Sports Farm tournament and rec shop like I knew we would do.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man. That was the show.
That's another example about when coaches is locked in.
Yeah.
It was
They didn't have a chance.
they ain't have a chance, bro.
Mhm.
And that let me tell you something. That they was talking so much shit, yo.
I should have sent you the video so you couldn't you play videos.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
The teams of the
Uniforms was hot, man. Everything was a
So
vibe.
the team had kids from Philly, North Jersey, North Carolina, and Florida that we had to play. And our kids have been practicing for about a month and a half.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We've been practicing for about a month and a half. And the guy that was running it, my boy Tico, he was like, yo, I'm telling you, North Carolina. They was called the North Carolina team. What was they called? Elite or something.
Elite, yeah.
They come with something. Yeah, they ain't gonna be beat. I'm telling you right
He
now.
told us that in PA Swag.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be beat. I'm telling you right now, they ain't gonna be beat. I'm like, all right. So that shit, that put me on like when somebody say that, you like, oh shit, the fuck they got coming. So like you like pause, but they like, damn. So I'm just happen to be watching the game, supporting Born Winners 12U, and I turn around and these niggas is practicing right here in front of me. Right in front of me. The team that's supposed to win it. I ain't gonna, these motherfuckers some big ass linemen. These motherfuckers was huge. All I heard the coach say, who played wide receiver? I was like, man, this was their first practice.
Yeah.
I said, man, if these niggas beat me, I'll never coach again. I don't give a fuck who on the team.
Mhm.
This they first practice and they supposed to play us in 2 days. Well, at that time, this was to play us the next day.
And then
They
they pulled
do
that
it.
shit.
They switched it.
We wind up blowing the first team out, and them motherfuckers called me up 10 o'clock at night. Nah, you're not gonna play them. You all in the championship. They wanted them niggas to get a warm-up game first. And they played the Central Jersey Chargers, wind up winning like 6-0.
6-0.
I see the dude the next day. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna beat them. I said, I spot you 20, bet me 100. I don't even bet on my teams.
Yeah.
So I spot you 20 points. He's like, nah, I saw y'all put up 40 yesterday. Yeah, we went out there, man.
Put paws on them kids.
And
That's
we
a shame.
got it. So we got the opportunity to scout them. So that we didn't play them the next day, so they played other teams. So we went to the game, we scouted them. And I was like, I called out every play that's gonna do. Y'all practice right in front of me. They practice right in front of me. So I'm like, damn, I called out every play that's great do. So and when we went to warm up before our game and when we went over everything, man, we were just in the zone. Like and when them kids get in the zone, it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Like
They was running hard.
Yeah,
Shaw was
when-
running hard.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew they didn't have a chance. When our second string lineman went in and they was dominating.
Mhm.
That's when I knew, because that means they was locked in. Usually them backup kids is like,
yeah, but
Nah,
they wasn't really back.
but that's what I'm saying. They
Like-
had the mentality like,
Yeah.
I'm not starting, but I get my opportunity. I'm going out there.
Yeah.
And bro, and I told you this, the guy was on the field broadcasting. we calling out the packages. We coaching. This is like what we're doing. Like it ain't nothing different or special. We just coaching. And he was like, "You guys got to hear this. They sending out packages. Kids coming on and off the field.
He said nobody's mad.
Nobody's mad.
He said they
was like,
substituting.
Y'all
Nobody.
got to see this.
Nah, it was good. It was
BT talking Spanish.
yo. It was that team. That shout out to Perry Jenkins.
Oh
No,
man,
yeah,
I love that
that was
kid,
phenomenal.
bro.
Shout out to my young boy Perry, man. God damn, he was a dog out there on that field. Y'all, you just had
From
to
the
see it.
from the first play, bro.
Goodness gracious.
And how you get D in and get a pick six?
No, but did you see it?
Yeah.
Nah, man, did
Yeah.
you see it though? He stepped to go, upfield.
Yeah.
He realized they rolled away. He locked the tackle up.
Got rid of him.
He was like, "Get off me!" Went to the play on the defensive side of the ball. He just following the football, tip, boom, pick.
Gone.
He ran past all the blocking.
Yeah.
No, he fast as
Gone.
hell. He's super
He's
fast.
so fast. He went out the end zone. You notice that in the video?
He Forrest Gumped it.
Yo, he
No,
just-
for real. he
right. He was on
shout
the opposite side of the field, bro.
Shout out to the MVP.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the MVP of the game, Ashad Carter.
Dog.
Mhm. Dog.
Ashad was running that ball, man. Shout out to Zay
Yeah,
leaping over him,
What they call him?
motherfucker.
Zaquan.
They called him Zaquan.
Barkley.
He hurdled the kid. man.
Hurdle the
bro.
kid, man. The play was
Nasty.
crazy.
And then
Let's
when he
go to Zay.
landed, he had the ability to land and cut off. When he
Ooh.
landed, boom! I was like, damn, special,
Zaquan
man.
Special.
Barkley.
I'm about to say it's
Special,
special.
bro.
Shout out to Zai Harvey. He motherfucking caught a body out there. Could
Yeah,
That's because they was talking
and
shit.
and you know I don't condone the crackback blocking because I like to keep safety. But the way them kids was talking the night before, I said, "Hey man," I ran on the field to check on them motherfucker.
I did my part.
The day before, bro, they ran up on our kids. It was I smacked the shit out of one of y'all niggas. But they was talking crazy, like on the boardwalk, like ran down on them.
Mhm.
And they like, yo, your kids was out here about to fight the teenager they play tomorrow. So I'm walking, I'm looking for them. Man, they kids ran up on me like, ain't you the coach? I was like, yo, y'all better chill out, man. Like, y'all getting a belt tomorrow. I was like, oh, man, y'all don't know what y'all getting yourself into, man.
Yeah,
So, man, I just wanted to shout out them boys, man. Shout
that was
out to Sports Farm, man. The tournament, the championship game was dope. The rest of that shit, y'all gotta get it together. The
Playing
first
on that field.
First field we played on, we played on this, bro, right here. We was playing that old basement just now. That shit was terrible. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, that was bad. bro.
It was a baseball field, nigga. It was cement in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it was like
Parents was taking
was like the
pictures of the
vet, bro,
holes and
that-
shit. Like,
that
nah,
parking.
my son get hurt. I'm suing the motherfucker.
shit. That's
But that was a fun weekend, man. These boys were doing a lot of winning.
Yeah, man.
Boys been doing a lot of winning.
That's
A
what's
lot of
up.
winning.
Yes,
We
sir.
rolling, man.
That's what's up.
Continue to keep it rolling, man.
Yeah.
yo, man. Listen, people that's watching, man. I urge you, man. If your kid is in the 12U or higher, man, get them into the O-line training.
Man, get them kids out. I got a parent just text me now and said, please get his information for me.
It's right there.
Gotcha.
So it's
Oh,
on
I
the
got it
screen.
right here. I brought some cards. Yo.
Oh, we got
Oh,
some
look at that.
cards.
Even
We got
better.
some cards. Yeah, appreciate it.
The QR code on the back.
Oh, all right.
Everything on email.
Everything. I'll
number.
see it.
We talked about
Everything
this
on there.
already.
Yeah,
my boy,
look at
right
that.
Yeah,
here.
you know,
Yeah.
we talked about that. I said, listen, man, because look, I'm taking over. I'm telling y'all that.
Ooh, yeah. Give me that
It's just what it is. Nobody been saying nothing, but the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to have, like I said, 2 draft picks. Now they under my belt. Everything is, like I said, every team that I coached on, my running back had over 1,000. You know,
Mhm.
Changed baseball players, the
Yeah.
linemen. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I look back at it, it was meant to be. And I always say, like it's other trainers out there, but they got to understand my journey is different because certain players, you got to think, I'm just off of the strength. Some people went to high school, had one coach, went to a college, had another coach. That's 2 coaches. Then got drafted. Now they in the league. That's only 3 coaches. You know what I'm saying? 3 coaches. In my journey, in a sense, I played on 6 different AFL arena teams. That's 6 different coaches coaching me in the pros. I played on 2 different teams in Canada. Now I'm at 8 coaches. Now I played at, like I said, my high school coach. That's 9 coaches. You know what I'm saying? So I have 9 different offensive line strategies on how to pursue the game. Rather than somebody going to the league and playing for only 3 teams. That's 5 coaches at the most, max. You know what I'm saying? So I had every coach instilled, and I took the best attribute from
that
each coach.
That's how you do
That's
it.
dope.
And now I sit back and I'm like, man, what else anybody around here, check their resume. Like it doesn't add up. So when we talk this O-line talk, I'm like, I learned from the best. I learned from the best. That's my due. I learned from the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you look at Iowa. I went to Iowa. We got to know. They just said it. Coach Ferentz right now has the most NFL players in the FBC schools. Period. Like most, and he's an O-line coach. You know what I'm saying? So that whole offensive line. That's why I said it's a takeover, because if you do your homework, I was on multiple teams, multiple coaches coaching me, and I'm going to instill the same in the kids. You feel me? So I'm like, once they come, but you can't BS. You got to be consistent. Once you're here, you're going to get better. I got players that's at Collinswood that never played the game before. They got all conference. You know what I'm saying? All second team, all conference, and never played the game before. Was only with me for 1 year. I can only imagine when I'm looking at a youth kid and I say, damn, I got him for 5 years. I got him for 4 years.
Youth and then through high school.
Youth and then through high school. Imagine what he's going to be. Parents pay now. You never going to pay later.
Yep. Invest in your
Invest
kids,
in your
man.
kids
Invest
now.
in your kids.
Especially with the NIL deals now. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. You know what I'm saying? Like, kidding me. These kids is coming in college and can get paid now. So you better invest while they 12, like I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just learn the craft now so you won't have to do this later. And I'm like, yo, this could change. A kid could change a family life. You know what I'm saying? If they invest early. And I'm not even beating people over the head because I didn't want to do that. Yeah. I'm looking at people down south and their prices and what they charge and everything. I'm like, damn, I'm not even doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this. I'm charging what you go out and have a drink with your boys. You feel me? So if you could go have a drink, why not put that into your kid? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the same damn thing. Yeah. So I just take advantage while I'm here, because I'm not always going to be here. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm letting you know now. Take advantage now, because I'm not always going to be here. If I get a call, I'm bettering myself just like they supposed to better themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this is a takeoff. So why South Jersey region got me here hands on. And shout out to Wayne True. I got also other trainers that's under my business. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They played in the league also, because I know I can't do it by myself. And I know that. So I do have different trainers that's training. This is steps to me. Like when you get to my level, you had to go. It's like, you send them, I'll work with him, learn everything, step up the next level. Now you come see me
and get that badge.
And then get that. Yeah, you gotta get the badge when you come see me. When you work with them, it's gonna be levels to it. Then when you see me, this is my travel team. If I get affiliated or partner with 7-on-7, a team, this is where we going. It's like, this is gonna be my travel guys, because they the QB protection service when we step on the field. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna happen.
Nice.
Paulsboro, we had an O lineman in the league, Julian Davenport. That's my brother-in-law.
For real?
Yeah, that's my brother-in-law. Yeah.
All right, I'm about to say it's he was I think I seen it's like 4 of them. If I see his name is also McKinney, McKinney
It's
from
from here.
out here
From
from
Woodbury.
Woodbury. That was out here. It's well, I know Phil Trotwine. He's from Eastern.
Okay.
Lineman wise, Jersey, South Jersey lineman that's in the league. He Penn State offensive line coach.
Oh shit.
That's he. So I connected with him when I went to Penn State. So that's a connection for South Jersey, right there. So
Yeah, we gotta get our lineman there.
yeah, no, definitely. No, that's the connection right there. Phil Trotwine, Eastern High School. So I'm like, we around since I started training. They coming out. You know what I'm saying? They coming out. Hey, what's up? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, man. I'm glad you invited me here just because I want to talk about the O-line. Like you said, have an opportunity to promote this business because I'm here now and I'm trying to get these youth like right.
Yeah,
Because then
The
Get 'em
big
to the
guys, the
bag.
big
Yeah.
guys need love
The
too.
big-
Yeah.
they do. They can't sit on the couch. I got a winter, so I started the first, winter offensive line training. That my last year I just seen it, so it was my first year launching it. I was at Mavericks out Morristown.
Okay.
I had, I want to say, this 29 linemen come through in the wintertime. I'm looking to double that. This winter coming up.
How many linemen we got?
I don't know. We ain't did workout yet.
You about to triple that?
Definitely. Y'all, and I'm telling you, hands down, you send your lineman to me, y'all going to see the difference. Like I said, you see it because I see it. You know what I'm saying? It makes me work more because it's proud. If you watch my grandma, I'm out there with the kids. Like, listen, it's steps and levels to it, so that motivates me when I see them getting better. And it's like it make me want to go and do more. You feel me? Because I'm like, he got better. Parent come up to you, listen, I never thought my kid could do this. I got some kids now that's 12. Shout out, listen, I got a center, y'all, right now.
How old
I'm
is he?
training, need a home. He 14. I got a center right now. I'm about to say right now. Listen, I'm letting y'all know
Any
now.
12-year-olds bring them my way.
Right? Look, I'm letting you know this right now. I got a center. Looking for a home. I'm working hands on
Where
dad.
you know where you live at?
He live in Hatton Township.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Anywhere but Camden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's no one sign no waivers over there. That's for another show.
Hey, Dez, mind your business, Dez. Mind your business, bro.
We got to get with you after this. We need to
Nah, definitely. The dad invested in him, man. He came out, watched him. He's like, yo, my son, I see him getting better. I seen the body frame. Center. You a center all day. And the kid he's coachable. Great feet. And
Yeah.
he came and I'm like, all right, look, this is going to be, that's one of my projects. I tucked him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dad paid for the one-on-one training. He paid by the week. You know what I'm saying? Listen, go here, take this, take my son. I'm like, all right, look, we're going to make it happen. So I'm definitely, shoot it there. I'm going to see it in a sense. So if more of the young guys come through, that's what I said. It's guaranteed I'm going to maximize their potential at offensive line. They will leave.
And especially
game.
and what we do, right?
Exactly.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Even in the watching film part, like I'm just not training. Like in the sense we watching film, and then when we watch film, I'm teaching you how to watch film as an offensive lineman. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? I know some coaches don't even know how to watch film.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like literally. So when they getting in learning the game and watching the film and breaking it down, they starting it at 12 years old. Best believe when they hit varsity, they ready to go. They ready to be leaders. They're gonna have confidence, because they already did taught the game. I'm putting them through one-on-ones, and I am starting like, listen, I want to start not necessarily spring ball, but on some Saturdays in June, probably the end of May, I'm bringing guys together. They having helmets, shoulder pads, and we going to get, the trenches right, because they need that. Just a couple practice once a week, put the helmet, shoulder pads. I need to see the grind when it get tough, what you made of. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look good when the pads is off. You know, going through the motions of just
Calisthenic
working out,
things.
calisthenics. Yeah, you know, I know y'all seen that before.
Oh, yeah.
Drill work.
Yeah. All American insurance.
Shorts.
I don't trust nobody in t-shirt and shorts.
So that's what I'm gonna start doing. You know, on Saturdays. I want to say I train out of Rutgers, downtown Camden. I was blessed enough to work something out with them. I used their field, their athletic complex field. My indoor, when I go indoor, I'm at Adrenaline in Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill.
Me and Chad, you know, we worked something out. NLG trying to grab me.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people trying to, you know, grab me. This, you know, they saying they want top trainers.
Damn, dog. Super Paul.
I feel you. Look.
There are a lot of people trying to grab you, man.
That sounds crazy.
Wow.
That sounds crazy. But yeah, definitely.
It is past
They try to book me.
NLG trying to grab me. I let that slide. A lot of people trying to grab me. It's crazy.
Now that was crazy.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming out, man.
Thanks, bro.
I'm sure it's gonna be a lot more parents hitting me up. I got your card, man. We'll be in contact. I need that center information. We talk about that a little bit more off air, but we definitely appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. You already know. Nothing but love.
Yo.
Thanks for having me, man. Glad to be here.
We appreciate you, bro.
Glad to be
You know,
here.
we family,
man.
baby.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey,
Thanks.
PT, before we out, Pickens trade A+.
Man, look at you. You ain't got nothing but a crash out.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
a crash out.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We out of here, man.
Press, catch you in that red zone and then on my cue. Coach O draw up the play and we gon' slide through. Slime you, get you stepped over like Ty Lue. It don't matter if you 6'9" or you 5'2". Throwing them pads, put on the cleats, foot in the dirt, slip on the gloves, yelling out straps, ain't nothing sweet. You can get hurt out in the field, ride for the team, grass of the streets, even on turf, snapping on three, throwing them dots, see the technique, putting in work. Hail Mary, feeling something like I'm Pac. If it ain't us, then you nothing but a eye. Tri-County, man, we coming for your slide. High bounty, put 100 on your top. We seen crime, seen drugs, seen murder, seen guns, seen death, seen jail, seen further. This game done saved some lives. We certain, we grind, we hustle, we moving, we working.